My never say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, osia dem yopo.
Every day, no, I was say you reflect it. They see ewo yenchi and I past and sana you take the next decision I debeko yenim. It is already we nipa bi na we adwuma na in your past no how the business was going. No I check maybe you would do no I shall say in your past no, were you doing better than today? And I said the decision you have taken today no it is better than your past. That is what you do and sana wako winim. Enti and the Bank of Ghana governor Addison asem we did Ghana for nyina atem say ye nyina ye jimi for ye tutra for ye nipa bia ye diewu ye nim nyansa krampo say adentina asem ba ye demonstration minority majority MPP CPP PPP Ghana for omudwene Ghana ho Bank of Ghana ye dia no and the Addison ontumi 93 minutes no or catch ye nyina say ye yankwase for ye wudi for we don't even have the right to demonstrate calculation moma yanko echi time na MPP opposition Adia asem ena wakafa the then Bank of Ghana governor no share NDC ase.
The Bank of Ghana is expected to name a governor to replace Dr. Henry Kofi Wampa, who opted for early retirement this week. The retirement takes effect this Friday. The bank's two deputy governors, Melissa Nar and Abdul Nashiru Isahaku, are seen as likely candidates, with Ghanaian media tipping Isahaku as the favorite for the position. Here's Katerina Vitozzi.
The governor of Ghana's central bank was due to retire anyway in August, but this week Henry Kofi Wampa stepped down with immediate effect. He took on the position in 2012, but in recent months he has faced pressure to resign. However, in responding to comments on why he resigned, it wasn't due to those criticisms. He said the decision was made in conjunction with the Ghanaian President John Dramani Mahama, and both men decided it would be a good idea to allow Wampa's successor time to bed into the role ahead of Ghana's presidential election in November this year. Now, some of those criticisms have revolved around how Wampa has dealt with the sluggish economic times in Ghana. The local currency, the cedi, fell to some of its lowest levels ever against the dollar back in 2015. Critics say that Wampa should have used the country's foreign exchange reserves and the central bank interest rate more effectively. In 2015, the bank was also under fire for a microfinance scandal. Microfinance companies, which were meant to be operating under the bank's umbrella, were accused of widespread fraud. However, Wampa's name has hit the headlines most recently because of reports which said that his stepdaughter was married to a British citizen arrested recently in Ghana on allegations of widespread drug trafficking. For now, it is unclear who Wampa's successors will be, although he does have two deputies who are currently working underneath him. Katerina Vitozzi for CCTV.
Thank you, Catherine. Straightforward reporting. One T. Any bema, Mijinediase, and a yadi abo, na any empenifo besie, a one qua, ye did jow, and I want to grow on sa and Kwasaki Kabianimsa, Yebusano. What is happening in Ghana? What is happening at the Bank of Ghana? Akwesi Bruni Abayo also more straightforward. Dr. Wampa, who is the governor of Bank of Ghana, today has retired before his retirement age because at the end of the day, people were criticizing him. Wampa said he resigned because he had a meeting with the president, John Dramani Mahama, and at a point, the president said, I appointed you, I am firing you because majority of Ghanaians think you are not performing. Where you see under John Mahama of Frere Bank of Ghana governor and of fire no. And okay say, I am firing you because there are few things that majority of Ghanaians who own the central bank, the Bank of Ghana, almost time not dollar no 2 to 5, not dollar no 3, not the NPP and the Kufuado and Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, they were putting pressure on the government. Mahamudu Bawumia, Kufuado, they were insulting John Mahama, change the Bank of Ghana governor. This Mr. Wampa, one making losses of 60 billion and over in a year, never. This Mr. Wampa, John Mahama Pamo no. So Mr. Wampa no, when just 77 billion and from John Mahama government, he never did that. But John Mahama was listening to the people. He was listening to the plight of the people. He was a listening president. So he called this man and said, you are close to retirement. You can stay in and retire. But the president said, no. The people who own the central bank say that your performance isn't good enough. In fact, at a point, MPP for Kofa Papa we neba assemble say Papa we neba no we nya some fraud case be it because of neba nenya problem no MPP for can say Mr. Wampa and resign. These are the same fools from the Ghana catch and say, why are we telling Addison to resign? Nobody is telling Addison to resign. Say people are telling Addison to resign because 60 billion also waboka in a year, 77 billion which sika ediama abain nipo obetia. That is why Ghanaians are saying enough is enough. Our reserves has been depleted. But today, these fools are sitting on TV and radio. John Dramani Mahama, who appointed Eye Wampa, sat with him and told him, I appointed you, and technically, I have the right to sack you. So, mutually, you have to work because the central bank belongs to all of us. But today, we have the governor of Bank of Ghana, Addison Akufo-Addo, appointed. Upon all the things that is happening, this foolish president is quiet. This foolish vice president is quiet. This foolish the finance minister is quiet. They are dogs like Gabriel Tredako and Bedi told them, and those filthy ones sitting on radio and TV are telling us, say, what has Addison done? Me church the much remo. Na John Mahama no we Jimmy say Ghana for kasa. Na dollar no 2, na dollar ni 3, na ni 4, na 2. And so John Mahama said, no, you have to go because what we are expecting you to do, that target, you are not reaching it. Into John Mahama now, your president now to be taking decision on your chain, on your gang. Said you Ghana for Ghana for no. He took a decision and sacked Wampa. What about this twap, sorry? What about this dwarf? What about this hypothetical human being? Debbie and ask him, if this happens, if this is going to happen, is he going to do this? What if this happens? What of your hypothetical president and vice president? In the end, na ye busa say ye kase nipa omo Ghana nyina demonstration say eye Addison asebio ma this sumina so oyare for na no kra chia ontumi nkasa. And yare nya ade bi a sebio de nipa eche nipa na ni brade e na oyare te se Addison a sebio on pese obetwe no ho. When you retirement we twen ho na obi meso Ghana mu a or the GMT Bank of Ghana na ODD any atem. But obi badi president of Ghana forecast say Central Bank Bank of Ghana ye nyina idea president tie Emma John Mahama tie Ghana for boni a Wampa die technically Wampa ndi boni bia o yesena the performance no form but Addison di boni Addison Chesika 77 billion. Ediama Sicilia Pa, Ediama Akufo-Addo, Ediama Alan Chirmantin, or Diama Kennedy Japan, or Diama MPP for Momodi campaign. Addison said 1 year, Afibaku 2022, or Boka 60 billion. You need to scan or the Mahway or so on cat, one a Begis can on cat, dear Nomadi to Gold Watch, yet Tigana Hamakwasi Afubi catcher say, Adaintina, ye catcher Addison say, on Trafom, Naunya or Barbie to say Akosia made a Nehwene set bomb. Nehwene say Ethiopia for jata. At TV so catcher say I Bank of Ghana they don't determine the price of food. Ye nua body ye nua banchi ho adentina ye catcher Bank of Ghana governor say on free ho. Na unya nkwasiafo way from say ye party faithfuls inti omu jimia na ye so omo so enti hwe oba te say akosua menu nehwene I say na ntwibini a yetiem etiti TV so keka nkwasiasem aden a ohun say adenta for the omo jimi enti ombe ne MP. You see where we are today. And the AC, and no one ye betwa ho bi. Ye twa ehu bia na ye de ayeden. Ye twa ho bia na ye de correct ended de no. So yeah, this is what's happening. So these are things that we want to remind people. Ghana na nye obi dia o. Muni Akufo-Addo ne mo MPP ni nkasa. Jimmy na ekoso no, they need to understand say ye ne remfia de sa o. We will keep reminding Ghanaians and telling Ghanaians say no kura ni nie nti omo entie no kura no. And the Ababia no Crebiano, Yabeche match Ghana for we are not scared of anybody. Into Mufilia, Monko Pamo Addison no. Now Mama Ghana for 1 year say Jimmy ye. MPP for Munya di Panche Obiao. We will demonstrate again, we will come again and we will force the NPP government led by the dumb Akufo-Addo to make the right decisions.
Dedi kama amena PENDREAM TV ase na so far so good say open online portal e wo Ghana nipa hwe nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, Pendream TV.